Alright, so right now we're on the way to my boy's house because we're gonna record this video. And it's fucking raining. Probably just fucked up my skateboard right now, but fuck it, it's gonna be worth it.
This is the pre-video set where he's rolling his blunt. I have my roller ready. We're about to do a story time, boys. We're doing a story time of how this bitch ass nigga got me to pop acid at school. And we have some blunts here rolled. As y'all can see, I got mine ready.
You got a game. I got a Dutchie.
You got a Dutch. I got a game. Which one is this one? Silver? Or yeah, got silver. He got a berry. And yeah, you know, let's go.
So this was basically in the beginning of the school year. Me and him, we weren't really as close. I feel like this is one of the main. We were close, but like not that close. You know, it's like we're boys, but like we started hanging out a lot more after that.
So I didn't go to first period, and I pull up the second period, and second period we're just chilling. We weren't really doing much. It was like a work day, so we're just in class doing our work, and this nigga sits in front of me, right? And what's it called? I'm chilling doing my work. Then out of nowhere, this dude, he just throws some tabs at me. I was like, what the fuck? I looked at him, I was like, what?
I was like, let's pop him. I was like, come on. I was like, what's the word?
And then I was like, nah, like, this is school, right? This is my second time popping tabs. Like, the first time I popped it, I had the head high, but I never really, like, got the visuals.
And I served it to him.
He served it to me too, but I didn't want to do it, right? I was like, man, nah, fuck all that, yada yada, whoop de whoop. And he's like, come on, stop being a pussy. I was like, I don't even got the bread for it. He's like, I'll give it to you for free. I was like, damn. My head, I was like, I ain't gonna say no to free drugs. And then I was like, man, if the whole table says fuck it, I'll pop it. Nigga, 2 seconds later, they all fuck it.
It was like 6 of us sitting in that table.
Fuck it. And I was like, man. So I popped that bitch. He pops his, right? Next period comes. I'm coolin'. Next period, I don't know about you, but
I had PE. We were playing badminton. I was off acid, bro, and off acid. I could control acid. Like, I feel like that just makes me more aware of shit. But I was playing badminton. I was fucking shit up.
I forgot what period that was, but I was shit coolin'. Like, I don't think it hit yet. And then we got to fourth. And when fourth, that's when that bitch started. Whoa. I was in that bitch cooling at first. I was listening to music, and then everything started feeling weird. And then I told my friend, I was like, yo, I think this bitch is hitting. And she's like, oh my God, you know, you're wild, like, what the fuck? And then I start looking around, everything's moving. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was like, damn, I'm busting in this bitch smacked me. So I'm in class, and I'm having the time of my life. I'm listening to music, I'm straight busting. Shout out to Fernando for the headphones that day too. She snapped because I had left mine at home. And then I'm having fun at class. I'm like, everything's moving. This is the first time shit's moving, so I'm like surprised. It was like my first time popping acid. I was like, whoa, like I'm over here trying to touch shit. Everything feels weird. And then lunch comes. We get to lunch. Me and this dude, we're like almost at our peak. We're in lunch. We're chilling. I get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I kid you not, I'm looking at it, and the jelly's just sliding out the sandwich. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm telling my friend, I'm like, you see this shit? I'm like, bro, am I tweaking? They're like, bro, you're high. I was like, damn, like, this shit hitty, like, what the fuck? I go sit with my girlfriend, and she's like making fun of me, right? She's like, you tweaking. I was like, hell yeah. I know, I'm not having a bad eye or anything. I'm just busting. That next period, cause me and this nigga have the next period together.
7.
We have the same period together, and we're going there, and bro, this is where like I was at my peak now. Like everything was like, holy shit, like what the fuck? I'm getting to class, I'm walking down the hallway, and the hallway just feels like it's shifting to the left and the right, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, this shit feels dope as fuck. Like I'm happy as hell. I'm having the time of my life. And we pull up to the 7th period. We're in there, and I'm looking at my teacher, and like the whole room is colorful because she has a shitload of colors in her room. It's like a fucking rainbow in the room. I'm telling my classmates, like, I'm like, bro, it's colorful as fuck in here. and they're like, "Oh, you tripping?" And I look at the teacher, I look at her feet, bro. Her shoes getting bigger, like.
And this teacher, she has some big ass feet. Like, her foot is like, she's like a size 13 in men.
Yep, her foot just kept getting bigger, and I started tweaking the fuck out, and I'm like, alright, I gotta stop looking at that. So I'm starting looking at something else. I'm looking around the classroom and shit, and then like I'm paying attention. I go back and I pay attention to her because she's talking, and I didn't want to get called out. So she's peeped that I'm not paying attention. She's gonna call on me. So I'm paying attention to her, and I'm looking at her head, and now her head's getting fucking bigger, bro. Her fucking head's getting bigger. So I'm just in class like, holy shit! Like I was like, what the fuck? This shit's weird as fuck. And then this dude over here, I laid down my head because I was tripping the fuck out. Then out of nowhere.
Nah. I had my head down too. I remember. Like, I had my head down. Like, I was just chilling. I had my headphones in. I was vibing.
I'm already out.
Me too.
These bloods already smacking.
So we both have our heads down. And out of nowhere, I'm like, something just tells me to look up. And at the same time, you just see me and German look up at each other and we started dying. Like, we were rolling. Like, we can't stop laughing for like 5 minutes straight. And then a few minutes passed and our teacher's like, alright, y'all need to stop laughing. And then they're like, get to work. And I lost my pencil. I couldn't find it. I'm like, where the fuck is my pencil, man? I'm like, man, I can't find this shit. I'm telling the people at my table, I'm like, y'all know where my pencil is? And they're just looking at me like, are you retarded? And then I asked my teacher, I'm like, oh, I was gonna say her name. I was like, can I have a pencil? And she's like, Christian, it's in your mouth, bro. My pencil was like this. I was talking and chewing on it. Like, I had in my hand, I was like, bro, where's my pencil? I was tripping.
And then I peeped that shit and I started dying, right? I'm laughing. And then the teacher calls on this dude to go up to the fucking whiteboard, bro. Wow, he's off it.
I couldn't, like, I wasn't paying attention at all, so I didn't really know what was going on. And then I walked up to the board and I grabbed the marker and I wrote, but like, I answered it, but I did it wrong. And then the teacher, like, she's like, all right, like, we'll work as a class to get the answer. And we're like, we all work to the class and I get the answer, right? I said, all right, pick on anybody you want. I'm like, all right, German.
I was so fucking mad, bro. I looked at this dude and I was like, you a bitch. Like, he knows I'm tripping hard as fuck. Like, and shit's moving for the first time. So, like, in reality, it was like sort of me popping my first tab ever. Because, like, the first time I did it, I didn't get no visual effects. Like, I was like, I just got the head high. So, I was like, fuck. I look at the teacher, I was like, man, I can't even do it. I'm not in the mood for it. And she's like, come on, you got it. Like, we'll help you. I was like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, nah, like, go ahead, like, do it. I was like, fuck. So I go up there, and I get there, and the fucking lines are just, the numbers, the X, the Y's.
Graphs and shit. It was graphs.
I was like, oh my fucking God. I was looking at the board, I was like, I'm fucked. So I just stay quiet, and I look at the class, and the class Loki just gives me the answer, and I write it down, and I sit back the fuck down, and my friend, she's like, Sarah. She was like,
you're tripping.
She's like, you high. I was like, fuck. Low key, I don't know if the teacher noticed, but if she did,
she probably knew we were high as fuck, but I don't think she knew we were out with that.
We go to
that class is fun.
We go to 8th period. And what's it called?
I got to that class late as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I was just walking around in the hallways. Like, I'm always late to this class. I was just walking around, and I was off a tab. I went to the first floor, walked my stupid ass back up to the third, went to the bathroom. And in the bathroom, the floor, it's a bunch of little ass squares, and there's lines everywhere. And I went to the stall, and I was just staring at the floor for like 5 minutes straight. And it was just moving, and I was like, oh shit. I was laughing at the security knocked on the fucking the stall. And then they were like, get to class. I started laughing, and I walk out. And then I go back to class. I walk in class, and my teacher's like, Christian, take a seat. I sit down, and then she was still explaining everything, because I was only like 10 minutes late. And normally she waits like 5 minutes before she starts for anybody to come late, but I was overly late. And then she said that it was basically a work day, and I sat next to him, and we were just fucking around the whole class.
What the fuck we do after that?
8th? I think we smoked after school with Ferdy and Emily.
Yeah, I think that's what we did after that. We smoked. I got back home. I was low-key still tweaking a little bit, but it wasn't like bad. Like, I could handle it. I went to my room and knocked the fuck out. And yeah, that's the story of how this motherfucker got me
The first time I met Adam Money.
That's the first time out of many that this motherfucker got me high off acid. Like most of the time I do it, it's always with this bitch. He's always like, let's pop a tab.
Nah, you be saying that sometimes too. You're like, I'm in a mood pop a tab. What's the word? Sleep over? I'm like, alright, fuck it, pull up.
Yeah, we be busting this bitch. We got way more stories to come, for real. But yeah, you know, these are the stories of us being dumb fucks. But yeah, guys, you know, that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We got a little bit left of my blood. I got like a roach. So, I'm about to kill it right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that gay shit. And I'll see y'all later.